Hello everyone, and welcome once again to your very own channel Easy and Effortless Economics. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about accounting equation, what is accounting equation and why it is helpful for the organization. Basically, it is defined as the foundation of your double entry bookkeeping, which is the bookkeeping method used by the most of the businesses, regardless of their size, nature or structure. This method assures that the balance sheet statement always equals in the end. So for that purpose, it is very much helpful to the organizations. The two things that is required by every organization is that they should know how much they own and how much they owed, means the amount that they are having and what they have to pay. So assets are the resources that they have and the liabilities are the amount that they have to pay. So accounting equation summarizes the essential nature of double entry system of accounting. What is double entry system? This term we usually hear every now and then. So what is double entry system? Basically, double entry system says that every transaction, every accounting equation has a double effect. For example, if an asset increases, there are full chances that there will be any of the corresponding response. Like there will be the decrease in another asset, increase in liability or increase in owner's equity. So this is double entry system under which the debit always equals to credit and assets always equal to the sum of equities and liabilities. Accounting equation can be simply defined as a relationship between assets, liabilities and owner equity in the business. Here you can have a look at the formula. The assets is equals to liabilities plus equity. To have a better understanding of this formula, let's have a look. The assets includes your current assets and non-current assets. Under current assets, the examples are cash, marketable securities, cash equivalents, accounts receivable. And non-current assets includes your long-term investment, land, intellectual property and other tangible assets. Then total liabilities, we have two categories. It includes your current liabilities and non-current liabilities. The example of your current and non-current liabilities are accounts payable, accrued expenses and short-term debt are your example of current liabilities, and non-current includes your deferred revenue, deferred income tax and long-term debt. Current assets or liabilities are those which can be easily converted, which are convertible, and non-current or non-current assets or liabilities mean which is not that easier to get converted. Total equity includes your share capital, the capital that the owners hold, have, and the retained earning. Retained earning is the profit that is left after making all the necessary payments. Then we have accounting fundamentals. There are two fundamentals for accounting equation. The first one is your assets is equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. Second is your debit plus credit. The types of these are the two basic or the fundamentals, which means that two things you have to consider. Two things that you have to consider is that there should be balance between the assets and liabilities, and second, the debit and credit has to be in equation or has to be balanced. If these things are followed, then it means your accounting equation is absolutely correct. There are three different ways to write the accounting equation. They are assets is equals to liability plus capital. This is the original equation. But if you have to remodify, you have the option of liabilities is equals to asset minus capital, or owner's equity is equals to asset minus liabilities. So this is all about the accounting equation. Here you can see the formula. Formula means that for every entry you have to make a double entry. Double entry means that it is going to affect the transaction. If it will increase the asset, it will increase the liability, or sometimes it will increase the liability or decrease the asset. Anyway, it has to be done. So for everything you will find the two entries. For investment, you can see the increase in assets and increase in equity. For borrowing, assets and increase in liability because it has to be repaid. Purchase, increase in equity and liability because payment has to be done. Sold goods, you can see it has increased the assets and it has increased the equity in because it is coming into the organization. Where you can see the minus sign or the subtraction sign means the amount for that has to be paid, or it's not paid as yet, and the pay note shows the liability and the equity. So this is how it affects both the transaction, or it affects both sides of the, you can say, the equation. So when you are compiling or when you are calculating the accounting equation, the one thing that you have to make sure that every transaction has to be recorded on two sides. And secondly, the second thing that you have to know is that there should be a balance. It should be tallied. The amount that is coming from, as you can see in the diagram, the asset side is 60,000 and liabilities and equity 30-30 each. So the balance has to be there. So that's all for the accounting equation. It's not that difficult, it's not that very much important, but you should know actually what is the concept of accounting equation. So that's all for the day. I hope this has cleared all your doubts and confusion. In case if you have any more doubts and confusion, you can just let me know. I'll just surely sort it out. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the 3 golden rules of accounting and on the basis of which the entire accounting works. So stay tuned, keep learning, keep smiling. God bless you all. Thank you everyone.